Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story. We're in one of the decks or all of the decks. Could be a story or a message for you. So let's go ahead and get started. What I like to do is hold each deck up to the camera to see if it is resonating with you. So could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Okay. Or could your story or message be here in deck number 3? What's it gonna be? We'll go ahead and get started. Hope you made your selection. Sorry if you hear like music going on. My son is producing right now. Okay, so we have the Emperor, the Eight of Cups, the Magician, the Queen of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, central issue, the Four of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. All right, so the overall energy is about clearing your mind, being centered, and taking some sort of break or rest. It looks like maybe you've also been fighting a lot, maybe, or in some sort of defensive mode. And now it's time for you to just kind of take a break from all of that. Some of you may need to get back into meditation or prayer or anything that gives you a sense of peace. I feel like you're trying to get peace or mental clarity at this time. If this is in regards to any type of love situations or relationships, I feel like maybe you're on break, maybe there is no communication. It also looks like someone could have been trying to pursue you or get back with you, but now things are on hold. Maybe you told them you would think about it, or maybe someone is trying to figure out some sort of new strategy in order to get your attention. I think that was some lotion. Yeah, it could be that someone is trying to figure out, like, especially if someone was trying to pursue you and maybe the way they were going about it just wasn't working. It looks like maybe someone is now back retreating, trying to figure out how to go ahead and pursue you. Even if this is not a love situation, I feel like this is about retreating, going back within. You may have had to walk away from a leadership role. I don't know if something was going on at work, and maybe something's been taking up too much of your time, or maybe something turned out to be more difficult than you anticipated. So you might be walking away from some sort of leadership position. I also feel that somebody is sad. Like somebody might be watching you, but they're sad. Or you may have had your eyes set on a certain type of path, and now you are sad about it for whatever reason, feeling like letting go or giving up, or feeling like something isn't for you. Now, what I also see is that someone may be feeling lonely. So I don't know if this is your energy. It could be that you're picking up the energy of someone else, but it does look like Isolation and loneliness. This is someone being very, very independent. Maybe there was a need to become independent to figure some things out. Yeah, you definitely could have walked away from someone, to get some sort of clarity. Somebody's trying to find themselves or trying to figure out what it is that is missing. I also feel that maybe someone has been wearing a mask and wearing, just putting on a performance. Maybe someone is pretending like they're, strong and independent, but maybe that is an act. Maybe someone is just really having to fake it until they make it. So they're portraying the type of person or role that they want to be. Now, I also feel that if you have to let go of a business project, that it's okay because you have other tricks up your sleeve. I feel like you're going to have other ways of creating or manifesting money. I feel like you might have several talents. You have more than one talent. You don't have to just focus on the one talent. Maybe now is the time for you to start figuring out exactly what it is that you're wanting to do. Now, I feel like some of you might want to either go into writing, either writing or anything dealing with communications, speaking, being some sort of speaker, maybe even some sort of performer. So I don't know if somebody wants to sing or if someone wants to rap, or someone just wants to recite poetry. I do feel like someone wants to find their creative side. Maybe that's something that's been lacking. Matter of fact, if you have been working a 9 to 5, maybe something's going on where it's time for you to let it go and be independent. Maybe you had to be let go of, or maybe they just keep telling you that your job is secure, but yet you haven't been back to work. And maybe during this time, you're just like, okay, well, what else can I do? How can I make money? So really, I feel like this whole time out is, especially those of you that are, still getting some sort of income. I feel like during this time, you need to figure out how you can create or manifest your own income. And it indicates that you already have all the tools to do it. So you don't need this something extra. It's saying that work with what you have. Even if you wanted to start an online resale store or sell something on Etsy, it's indicating that, hey, okay, get rid of some of those clothes that you have. Any old jewelry that you no longer want. Are there any old valuable books that you think people would be interested in? So maybe there's a need to look into Etsy, eBay, or any type of way that you can, start selling things that you already have. Yeah, so yeah, it's time to work some sort of miracles. And see, I do feel like it's going to lead you towards your independence. Some of you also might need to start looking into sovereignty and how to be free and independent, especially with the way corporations are headed right now. There could be some sort of global crash getting ready to happen. So, and maybe you've been very focused or too dependent on your company and they can't even save themselves. So I do feel like the time is for people to start focusing on their own income. Maybe some of you have been talking about living off the grid, living in, smaller remote areas. Maybe now is the time to start doing that. Figure out some sort of sustainable living. or just creating your own income some type of way. Now, if this is talking about anything love related, someone's been sending mixed signals or kind of talking indirectly to you, maybe trying to get your attention, or you have been doing this, but it does look like maybe someone's been strategizing. Someone is trying to be very quick-witted or clever or entertaining. I feel like someone is trying to get you to answer or respond them, but there's still something clever about the way they're doing it. Somebody might even be dabbling in any type of spell work. Now, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily casting spells on certain people, but maybe you are doing something to yourself. Maybe you're just trying to be open to what spirit has for you. You guys might be feeling a little emotional. I almost feel like someone could take advantage of your gift of being an empath. Like you might be, as an empath, could be tapped into someone else's energy and they know that. Some of you also look like you're going to be doing more rituals, especially dealing with the moon. I know we just had a full moon, but maybe some of you guys are releasing whatever no longer serves you. I do feel like you're going to be okay. You just might have a moment where you feel a little bit of loneliness or depression. And then I see you channeling that energy and turning it into something positive. So although I don't see temperance, that's kind of what I'm getting. Now someone also might try to manipulate you into feeling sorry for them. So be careful of that. So for some of you, soulmate energy. You may have had to walk away from somebody that you deeply cared about, or someone that you felt was your soulmate. It could definitely be romantic, but it may also just be a close friend. Could indicate too that you are missing a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Also, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius could be involved, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Someone may have been lurking. Someone's been doing some lurking, whether it's you or someone doing this to you. Try not to get caught. Someone may have also been leaving out little love letters or little clues. Maybe not literal letters, although they could be, but just kind of leaving out clues, hoping that you'll come and find them. I feel like someone wants to be found. Like someone's like, come follow me or come find me. Especially if you keep having these really painful dreams. I feel like in a nutshell, somebody wants you to call them or reach out to them, but they're not really speaking it. In fact, they just may be thinking about you so intensely that that's part of the reason why you're dreaming about them. If anybody shows up in your reading that you have moved on from, more than likely it's because they are still thinking about you. They have not left your energy field. Let me look at the Magician. Wow, okay, so someone is communicating. I almost feel like someone is sending smoke signals and expressing the fact that they have moved on or that they're sad. If someone is like saying stuff like, well, I moved on, and they're talking things like that, I really feel like they have not moved on. They might be trying to, but I really feel like somebody wants to be found or stopped. Like, wait, don't leave. Like, that's what somebody wants you to do, or you might be wanting someone to do that. Somebody's been way too nervous or just afraid to be vulnerable. Even if this person is manipulative in nature, I feel like someone is acting out. Someone's acting out almost like a child who just wants attention. I feel like someone is just really trying to hide their emotions. Now, also, if this is not about something romantic, I still feel like somebody is afraid to go off on their own. It's like, do I really have to go off on my own? Do I really have to start this business? Do I really have to go solo? And it's like, yeah, you gotta go solo, and you can do it. You'll be okay. I feel like there's still a need to set boundaries, though. I do feel like somebody is gaslighting or stringing you along, and you have to recognize this energy. I feel like somebody wants you to wait for them. They don't want you to move on, but they want you to wait until they are ready. I feel like it's best for you to just remain independent and stay in focus on yourself. Even if you love somebody, you can still love someone and not wait for them. Some of you made a very strong or intense connection with someone, and they still watch you. Like, someone is still connected to you. They're hurting, but they just aren't saying anything. I do feel like somebody wants to work things out. Now, some of you, this is definitely either a coworker or a business type relationship that maybe evolved into something else, or it can. And then also, if this is not current energies, I still say be on the lookout for this to happen. Get ready for a situation where you're going to have a strong connection with someone. Get ready for maybe getting ready to start your own business or establish your own business, especially any type of projects that you have been working on that you kept putting aside. I feel that something's getting ready to happen where you've got to put your skills or your gifts to the test. I feel too like someone already initiated communication and is just waiting for a response. Yeah. So that is basically what I'm getting so far. Overall, this week is about focusing on being confident, getting back centered, clearing your mind, taking a rest so that you can figure things out. You definitely may need to strategize, pull a few strings, or maybe reach out to someone who can pull some strings for you. And I see you being financially independent. I see you being healthy. So if you were mentally unstable or unhealthy, depressed, I feel like your health is going to be restored. So yeah, this week is, or depending on whenever you view this message, those are the main messages that are for you. Yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to deck number 2. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, 5 of Swords, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Central issue, we have the High Priestess, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Devil. I see something in regards to money for sure. Some of you guys seem like you're really focused on your money and how you're making your money. Something seems like, I don't know how you're making your money. It might be in a way that is not kosher or maybe frowned upon by society. I think I got a lot of porn hubbers that chose this deck. No, seriously, I do feel like somebody done found a way to make money that is conflicting. There's a conflicting image going on. It's against traditional standards or beliefs. I feel like a lot of you are using spell work too, like doing a lot of money spells. Not that that's bad, but a lot of people might still frown upon it. Or especially like your family, they're like, what money spells? What is that? So something could be going on with the way you are making your money. Health-wise, be careful. Looks like something's going on that is unhealthy. Maybe you are eating too much of too many things that aren't good for you. So maybe there's a need to balance your diet. Make sure that you are taking your vitamins. I don't want to get banned, so I'm not going to tell you which ones. But make sure that you're doing that, boosting your immune system. Some of you are doing your own independent fact checking or researching about certain things. Now, also on a global scale, there's definitely some things going on behind the scenes. I almost feel too like someone is getting ready to sell a story or a lie to the public. almost feel like NBC, CBS, CNN hired like the best of the best of the best script writers to help them figure out what story to sell and how is it going to be sold, especially because so many people have been catching on to their flawed storyline. So I feel like something is being worked in the dark behind the scenes. There could be some questionable things going on in regards to your government and companies, major companies. And political figures. Now, I also see something in regards to career. Something's going on with your career. You may be getting ready to get interviewed, but either something is not sitting right with you, or you might be irritating to the interviewer. Something's going on. I don't know what's going on with this interview. Those of you that have interviews, I feel like there is some sort of conflicting energy or something confrontational seems to be going on. You might be needing to defend yourself or your beliefs, or maybe your core beliefs is not in alignment with the company, and you're like, maybe you're challenging them or speaking out about it, or maybe they're questioning you and you're not really speaking up. Well, you need to speaking up on certain things, how you truly feel about what they're doing or what their mission is. Feel like you're not in alignment with that company's goals. And it does look like you are in some sort of competition with some people. And the competition even looks nasty. Be careful too, because it could be something where somebody is throwing you under the bus. Yeah, I even feel like it would be funny, like something could be going on globally with these political figures, and they start throwing each other under the bus, and it's just like, whoa, like, did you just say that on live TV? Like, something might be going on. Those of you in some sort of relationship, or something's going on where maybe someone is already in a commitment and someone's commitment is being challenged. I feel too like someone is wanting answers, or like someone is demanding answers. Don't know if they're really getting the answers that they're wanting though, or just unsatisfied with the answers that are being given and feeling like, I don't think that's true. Yeah. I'm trying to pick up for you guys if somebody is being honest or not. I don't like this here. I feel like maybe someone is insisting that they're telling the truth. I don't know that they're really telling the truth. I think they're just more so insisting that they are. So yeah, if there's someone that you've been questioning or talking to, I don't know, I just feel like they would take some sort of secret to their grave, or they would lie to their grave. They're like, I will never admit that. I will never confess this or that. So I do feel too like in a love situation, there may be some sort of distance between two people, but it's like at a standstill. Something is like a tie. I feel like you can't get anywhere. It's a draw. It's like both people are grounded in their beliefs, in their traditional beliefs, and they're not backing down. For instance, just a traditional belief is like women, some women, or most women, I don't know, feel that the male should be the pursuer. Whoever you're dealing with, this person is like, no, women should pursue. Or, why does it have to be a man? Like, well, I'm not doing it. So I feel like two people are so set in their ways that there's not any room for discussion. It's just stuck. It's like, what do you do here? It's when you just keep playing tic-tac-toe games, over and over again, and it just keeps being a draw. It's like, what do we do? Who picks a winner? Can we get somebody to choose a winner? So it just seems like, and that's the thing too, I think maybe it could be the mentality of thinking in a winning sense, I'm the winner, you're the loser type situation, and that needs to be cleared. It's like there are no winners, there are no losers in this situation. You know what? I'm sorry. I do keep feeling like if this is talking about some political stuff, like there are no more moves for the bad guys. It's just like, I haven't played chess in a long time, but I do remember when it gets to that point where no matter where you move, the king is going to get taken. And it's just like when you keep trying to delay things, and it's just like you're only delaying the game. Like, just let me take this piece. They can keep fighting, but at some point it's like, okay, I lost. So somebody is just kind of like, I feel like they are running out of ideas and still rehashing something over and over again, but it's not producing anything. It's not producing any results. Now, I also feel that there may be a need for you to stand up for your own personal beliefs, because I feel like something's going on where everybody has an opinion, or people's ideas just clash with your beliefs. I feel like someone's name starts with a H, but it's kind of like a Middle Eastern name. So like either Hassan. Hassan is the strongest one that was coming out. Maybe even KH, like Kashif. And I also get the name Donovan for someone. Now you could be dealing with Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Your energies are clashing. Something is squared. If this is any type of, if you do synastry with astrology, I feel like there's a square between your sun and their sun. Yeah, it feels like there's a square between your sun and their sun. I feel like someone keeps trying to make something official, or keep trying to make some sort of laws, or put something into place, put a law into place, but that's something that is challenging. And I mean, that can again go on a global scale, or it just might have something to do with your personal life. Maybe you are trying to set some sort of boundaries or laws within your home, and your spouse or your children keep challenging you. Like something's going on with traditions. They're not being carried over very well. Someone is having a hard time breaking traditions. Something's been so ingrained in someone's practices. Your spiritual beliefs, overall could also be challenged. Somebody keeps revealing or talking about irritating things or publishing things that kind of irritate people. I don't know if you're a writer. Either the things that you're writing about or posting about make people feel uncomfortable. But I feel like the people that it makes uncomfortable are the traditionalists. There's also some sort of battle going on between intuition and what is being publicized, or practical information. It seems like there's a battle between people who are either psychic and intuitive and people who are going based off of traditions or observations. So let me explain something right quick, since I got these two cards out, and you guys probably heard me talk about it before. So here we have the High Priestess, and then here we have the Hierophant. Both very knowledgeable people. The difference is that the High Priestess is getting her information from sources unknown. Something's being channeled through her. And I'm saying her, but a High Priestess can be a guy too. Something's being channeled through her. And she might be directly linked to, source, or our overselves, people or energy, not people, what energies that have a view of what is happening. And then you have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is going based off of something that's in a book or rules, a base sort of rules, and it's almost like they're arguing. The High Priestess is like, I just know something's wrong, or I just know that this is what this means. I just know it. And this is like, how can you say that? Because it's not anywhere in the book. If that's what it means, it should be in a book. And it's just like, I can't tell you how I know, I just know. So I kind of feel like there's some sort of battle going on with psychics, intuitives, and then people who know their knowledge from books, and people who study trends. Really, it's always good to blend the two together. I'm not going to say one is better than the other, but I will say behind the High Priestess is, what do you call it? Infinite. It's infinite information coming from the High Priestess. Sometimes the High Priestess might not interpret it to everyone's understanding, but the High Priestess is getting information from a place that is a system that's infinite, or infinite connections, because it's consciousness, it's collected consciousness. And then this information is just kind of stuck in a book, is structured, is squared. Sorry if this got a little kind of spiritual. Hopefully that you needed a spiritual message though. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish laying out what I was getting ready to say about the Hierophant. So the Hierophant too is talking about someone who is putting on one image, but something else is going on behind the scenes. Someone is not who they perceive to be. Like, there is this professional persona, and then behind closed doors, there's something else going on. Or there's this persona of someone who is supposed to be married or committed, but they're a playgirl or playboy behind closed doors. Yeah, so someone's appearance or behavior is in conflict with what's going on behind the scenes. Something isn't adding up. And then going back to what I said, like, I feel like someone is being given an opportunity to tell the truth or be honest, but I feel like someone's being adamant and they're just like, no, I'm not gonna say, tell the truth, or my truth is my truth and there's no other way around it. So someone believes something wholeheartedly and they're just sticking to it. You definitely might have some secret enemies around you. People who could be jealous or envious. Again, Two of Swords. So this is some sort of blocked energy. You also might be trying to ignore someone or cut someone off, but it's hard. You're like, man, I'm trying to keep my distance from this person because every time I come around and we get into an argument, so I'm just trying to keep my distance. But they're still in your presence or something. It's like there's no way of getting around it. Someone's also just kind of dreading something. There could be a sense of shame. Someone can't stop doing this. Someone has a defense mechanism that they can't seem to stop. I feel like they want to, but they can't stop doing whatever it is that they do. Someone is just like, why am I like this? Why do I do this? Yeah. Let me just kind of also look at the Knight of Pentacles here. Someone is having a hard time conforming to somebody else's ways. You could be sad over an opportunity, a missed opportunity, or someone around you is sad about a missed opportunity. I do feel like someone eventually wants to make things right. I think too, like when I was getting that someone is saying, why am I doing this to myself, or why do I keep doing this, or why am I like this? I feel someone is also upset with themselves about something, wanting to be better. So I feel like you may be in a state of mind where you just like, I just want to do better. I feel like this could be self-disappointment too. Instead of being disappointed with someone in particular, this might be self-inflicted, just beating yourself up about something. Some of you also might have a hard time disconnecting from somebody who you believed was a twin flame. Maybe just are like just stuck with the whole conception of twin flames and labels in general, because you also could be dealing with someone who would be considered like a toxic relationship or karmic relationship. And what I've been saying lately is that I personally feel that all relationships have karma, but not all relationships are toxic. Yeah, some of you are indebted to someone, or someone's indebted to you, or you're indebted to a situation. I've mentioned that before, like a job. Sometimes you're paying off your job is your debt. You know, that's something that you have to do this lifetime, something that you already agreed to do before incarnating here. So you're doing what you need to do. I feel too that sometimes things become more difficult when you try to avoid them instead of just kind of surrendering. You might have to learn how to surrender to a situation, meaning just kind of being at peace with it. I've talked about my personal surrendering moments like so many times, but you know, there may be something going on where you just kind of need to surrender to something instead of fighting against it. All right, so those are the messages for deck number 2. Let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. We have the King of Coins, the Two of Cups, the Five of Wands, I'm sorry, the Six of Wands, the Two of Coins, and the Ace of Swords, central issue, Six of Coins, Eight of Wands, and the Four of Coins. Okay, so I see adjustments being made in your life for the better. I feel that you guys are going to start seeing the fruits of your labor, or patience being paid off. I feel like you guys are making the right decisions. You're going to be making decisions that are, you know, geared towards the right. Some of you might also be feeling generous, doing things that out of, you know, just good faith, trust. I feel like you guys might receive a lot of things too. It looks like you might receive finances. You might receive some sort of inspirational messages that gives you the courage to move forward. I feel like you guys are finding your way out of a difficult situation. Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, you are going to have clarity. It looks like something might happen where I feel like you make a decision, but then maybe start trying to backtrack, or start second guessing yourself, which always causes some sort of problem. And then I feel like you are going to catch yourself and say, no, we're not going to go through that again. Let me break this habit right now. Or now you're going to be able to recognize some sort of pattern so that you can better control it. I do feel like you guys are overcoming some sort of obstacles and having the courage to do so. Some of you might be getting a lot of attention from either one particular person that you care about, or several people, but it does look like you're standing out. I feel like you are going to be successful overall. If you are in a relationship, or if a partnership has already been established, I feel like you and your partner are going to be mutually supportive of each other in whatever it is that you're trying to do. I see a lot of encouragement taking place. People are speaking up or speaking out, revealing the truth and letting their walls down, because here, the Four of Coins, someone looks as if they are just guarded and they don't really want to open up, or they're not ready, or they're taking forever to open up. And then I don't know what happens, but I feel like the walls come down and someone just starts talking about why they are the way they are, or they're telling you, they're giving you an explanation or explaining something to you, why they made the decision that they made. Or this might be you, maybe something's going on where you just kind of start explaining things. You're like, this is why I did this, or see, this is why I tried to hide this, or, you know, and I just feel like there's going to be some sort of breakthrough in communication, put it that way. I also feel that there's going to be forgiveness between people, or apologies being made. Something's definitely being offered to you. So romantically, someone might be showing you that they find you valuable. You're valuable to me. This is what I think about you. I feel like maybe two people are speaking the same love language. So two people might be showing each other that they value each other or care about each other. Whether it's a new love or a current relationship. Someone also wants to prove something, or they want you to know that they're serious, or that they thought about something long and hard before coming forward. Someone is just like, I want you to know I thought about this I thought about this long and hard. This was something very serious. I took all of these things into consideration. And here is what I've decided, or here is what I need to share. And I feel that something is mutual. There's definitely some sort of peace being made. There's going to be a coming to an agreement. This can be romantic, or it can be something going on globally, especially with all the other things that I was picking up from the previous readings. I feel like at some point there's going to be an agreement. Now, it does look like I said, it looks like maybe someone's trying to back out of an agreement or start second guessing, but it's just like, you know, stick with what you decided on. Stick with that decision. Some of you also could be weighing the pros and cons about a situation, or maybe someone has been doing that with you. The energies I'm getting are Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Those are the strongest energies. Maybe air. And maybe water. If you are wanting to go pursue a goal or a dream, I feel like people would support you. People would encourage you. You may be saying or doing really heartfelt things. Doing an act of kindness could lead you to either love or lead you to something that you're very passionate about. All right, let me look at this. Two of Coins. Now, I also see you getting confused because you get overwhelmed about something, or because something starts happening really fast. Success might start happening really fast, or a relationship could start moving really fast, and then you might want to pump the brakes. But I feel like let it flow. Let something flow. Yeah, someone keeps falling back into the habit or pattern of pushing people away or being distant. Maybe this is something that you've come to realize. You're like, oh my God, I recognize the pattern. I feel like this is about figuring out some things that you did wrong in the past, or being able to catch yourself in a nutshell. I just really feel like this is about catching yourself. You're like, oh, I do have a habit of doing this. Oh, I do have a habit of backtracking or saying offensive things or doing something that I regret later on. I keep doing this. So, or making the wrong choices time and time again. It's like, why do I keep pursuing the wrong person or settling for the wrong person? So I feel like you're going to catch yourself this time. I get the name Lawrence for someone. Ooh. Let me see if I can pinpoint who you are connecting with. There's someone that you're bonding with emotionally. Something is bonding two people together. I don't know what it is that you're bonding about, but you're bonding. Definitely could be an earth sign or maybe a Cancer. This is something that brings you joy and content. You might, and I was just getting ready to say, humor might be something that brings two people together. I laughed because I don't know if you guys could hear, but the kids just started laughing at whatever they're watching. So I feel like you might bond on humor. Maybe you're both finding something funny, strike up a conversation. Maybe this is just confirming that you have the same type of humor as someone. If someone was unavailable at first, I feel like now they're available. If you are making any new love connections, it looks like it has the potential to go long term. Or someone is looking for something serious. For some of you, it is about starting over. It looks like two people are ready to come together, kiss and make up. And maybe someone had to have the courage to do that. Maybe someone is just like, if I'm going to fall in love, I'm going to do it, but, you know, I need to prepare myself. So I feel like maybe someone is getting prepared for something, getting prepared to be vulnerable. Maybe someone wants to talk about the fact that they are hurting, or that they miss you, or you miss someone. So I feel like the opportunity will present itself. And if it's not someone from the past, like I said, your person of interest, if this is a love situation, maybe this person is coming out of a relationship. And I'm also getting healed energy. So I don't know if you have felt like you haven't really been healed. I feel like two people are healed enough to at least enter something new now. Let me also look at, I see some seeds being planted, like getting ready to explore. Like, although I don't see the full, I feel like you're getting ready to embark on a new adventure. Somebody is like, meet me halfway. Meet me halfway. And I feel like that ego might sneak in for a minute, like, meet you halfway. And then it's just like, okay, nope, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to trust. I'm going to be fair. Yeah, I feel like it's like someone has a surge of confidence. You definitely could be getting an ego boost, or someone is giving you one. someone has the nerve or the courage to flirt or to pursue a dream and not care about what other people are saying. Someone does find what they're looking for. They find their happiness. Really, I feel like it's inside, of course. And because someone finds their inner happiness, or they're at peace with who they are and their path, that is when this big change comes, or this enlightenment, or this happiness. So I feel like your happiness is going to get restored. Here it looks like you were missing something or someone. You were trying to find yourself, and you had to repeat the same mistakes, and you had to keep going back to the drawing board. But now, you know, I feel like you did something right. So also could be a fire sign involved, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or the fact that Leo season is on the way could be a reference, a time reference for you in regards to when something's going to begin. There's that CM again. Why do I always see CM? This person has CM embedded in these cards. I don't know if that's someone's initials. CM. Yeah, so the Ace of Swords is a new beginning. It's a new way of thinking. It's a new way of communicating. It's more pleasant. It's having a better working environment, getting a new boss or supervisor that you connect to. It's finding a business partner that you enjoy working with. It's about being happy or finding peace, being alone. It's about happy about hearing from somebody. So whatever the case, I feel like it's about having clarity and a new beginning, and just feeling enjoyment here. You're going to be glad that you listened to your intuition. And I feel like you found the right balance between logic and heart. And that's what gets you here. That's what gets you to this place. Now, something also looks like discovering something new. So it's like you were exploring something and you're discovering something new. If you've been searching for the perfect home or the perfect car, the perfect person, it looks like you find what it is, like something led you right to it. Maybe you have a realtor, but you decided to go drive around a neighborhood, and then you see a for sale by owner sign, and you're like, this is the perfect home. I found it. I feel like you're also going to see a sign when something is right for you. Almost like at that moment or right after that moment. So let's say, for instance, you're job interviewing, and right after your interview, you guys hung up the phone. You looked up on TV and you saw a commercial of people shaking hands and being welcomed into something. Like, that's an immediate sign for you. If you just exchange numbers with someone and you go outside and you see a just married car going by, that's a sign for you. Like, something that is, I feel like you're going to get an immediate sign, immediate confirmation after something is done, after you discover what it is that you've been searching for. And to me, this also looks like a hook. I don't know why, it looks like somebody is sailing, and then, they get to shore and they take out that hook and secure something. That's what I feel like is happening to you. So you can apply that to your situation. But I see you kind of like the anchor. You're anchoring in, or you're putting your anchor down so that something can remain stable, or so that something can be claimed or confirmed. All right, so those are the messages that I have for you guys. Hopefully it resonated, but feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.